Hello everyone, Marc here. I'm going to show you a couple activities you could try using any type of ball that you could find maybe around your house, whether it's a bouncy ball, whether it's a smaller bouncy ball, or even a tennis ball. Works fine. So we're going to be doing some activities where it's going to do some hand-eye coordination using your hands and your eyes, trying to get the balls that you're bouncing or dribbling. We're even going to move on to some soccer dribbling activities, bouncing the ball off our knees, trying it with our foot. I'm using a wall here today because it's a lot easier to get the ball kind of coming back to me. So I'm first going to start by doing some dribbling. I'll use the tennis ball first. So when I'm dribbling my tennis ball, I want to try and see if I can get the ball back to me by just giving simple dribble, bouncing back and forth, getting the ball to come back to me and keeping my eyes on it. See, I'm keeping my eyes on it. I get really good at it. I can try and do a couple without looking at the ball, seeing if the ball can come back to my hand. Switching hands. Try and see if I can get under my leg, lifting up my leg, switching, alternating under my leg. I can go from behind my leg forward to my hand, behind my legs. I can go forward from the front of my body, behind to the back of my body. I'm trying to catch it with my legs kind of split. It's nice to use a smaller ball to get the idea to get the ball back to you. All right, I can even try a couple soccer dribbling activities, but I'm trying to get it bouncing off my knee. I could try the inside of my foot. So I'm kind of getting it. Maybe I could get twice. I could try switching. So 1 foot, 2 feet. Keep my hands, my eyes on the ball, ready to catch it if I need to. So let's try a little bit against the wall now. So I'm trying to get a couple tosses, alternating from my right and my left hand, bouncing underhand. So I'm getting underhand throws. I get pretty good at it. I get a little faster. All right. Overhand throws, kind of like basketball player, a little higher. I'm getting the ball back to me. I can let the ball bounce on the ground if I need to. So you get a couple good throws. You do underhand bounce towards the ground and back towards me, kind of like handball. All right, so I'm switching. I get really good at it. I can move faster and faster, getting the ball back. Underhand if I need to, overhand. But I get the ball trying to get back to me. Get really good at it. I can try and do a good underhand toss. I'm even allowed to let it bounce once and then spin and catch it. So I'm bouncing it, spin and catching it as fast as I can. Good 360 spin. Trying to use the tennis ball because I know it's kind of easy for me to catch with my hand and I can kind of see where it's going. And usually tennis balls have a pretty good bounce to them. All right, let's try and see if we can move on over to bouncy balls, see if it's any easier. So I'm using my bigger bouncy ball today. If you don't have a bigger bouncy ball, you can find some kind of a ball around your house that's nice and round that can bounce back to you. And that's something that's really easy to get against the wall, where if you're outside and you have a wall, fantastic. If you're inside, please be careful to find an area or ask somebody around your house if it's okay to find an area to do that's safe where you're not knocking anything over or going to hurt anything else around you. So I'm going to do underhand tosses with the bigger ball. All right, underhand. You do overhand tosses. I can go really fast when I'm pushing off my wall. You do handball passes when I'm going downward. And I'm going to try and see if now I can do a fast spin, 360 with the ball. Underhand pass, do a quick spin, and try and get the ball from passing, quick spin, catching. And I'm also allowed to let it bounce once. It's really hard to try and get it bounce without it getting away. So if you think you're really fast and you have fast reflexes, you can do a real fast bounce spin and try and catch it. Need a little more practice, but as you can see, the more I try it, the better I might get at it. So I'm going to try again. So I kind of have an idea where the ball is going. Spin, catch it. Got it. It's practice and practice. So now I'm going to use the same bigger ball, and I'm going to try and see if I can do a couple off my knees. So I'm keeping my hands nearby, trying to bounce it, kind of keep the ball going. Maybe I can try the inside of my foot. 1, 2, 3. I always like to use my hands nearby as well to keep the ball in control and have it going. All right, so now I'm still going to use my big ball. I'm going to try a couple kicks towards my wall, get it back to me. I'm going to use the inside of my foot, put the ball on the ground, inside kicks, inside kicks. So I'm trying to go a little faster, using my right foot, kicking it. Try the outside of my foot. So I'm trying outside. All right, trying my left foot and my right foot. So my left foot alternating, right foot, left foot, right foot. All righty. If I get really good, I could try and get a little higher for myself. So I'm going to try and see now if I can get my ball off the wall and get a good kick, not so high, because I want to have control of the ball when I'm using it. So I'm going to kind of keep it down low to start with, kind of kick it up a little higher, kick it up higher. If I get my foot under the ball, as you see, it goes a little higher. So we can trap it, trapping my ball, keep it low at first. I'm switching my feet. I could use the outside of my feet, left and right, or I could use the inside of my foot. I do have better control when I use the inside of my foot as opposed to using my toe. Sometimes I don't have the best control of where it's going and keeping it in control. So I'm going to try now, see if I can get my ball off the wall, continuously kicking it and still having good control at the same time. Let's see how I can do. And you guys can try this if you can at home using some type of ball, whether it's a tennis ball, bouncy ball, soccer ball, and finding a wall or someplace that would be safe for you to try it. So I'm going to try seeing get my ball a little higher this time. Higher, letting it bounce. Use my knee. But I'm just trying to see if it can keep the ball in play and get it back to me. So I'm going to try kicking a little higher this time. Not so easy. And go a little higher. I'm letting it bounce every time. All right, let's try something a little more difficult now. So I'm going to try and see with my bouncy ball if I can try and keep it up bouncing so it only can get one bounce off the wall, one bounce on the ground, and I still keep it in place. So on the ground, off the wall. Kind of like kickball or soccer using my bouncy ball. Use my hands. I know for soccer, you can't really use your hands. As you see, I'm trying to keep the ball in play with my feet. My ball's kind of, I have a bigger bouncy ball. If you do have a smaller ball at home, feel free to use something like this as well. All right, same idea. You want to try and see if you can get it off the wall. A couple bounces, underhand, overhand. Alternate hands, my right hand or my left hand. I'm bouncing it off the wall. And then I can do the same thing using my feet with a smaller ball. So I'm trying to keep it in place, switching legs, soccer style. I'm kind of keeping it in, whether alternate my legs or alternate my feet. Keep it going. A couple other things you could try with a smaller object or ball is seeing you can get the ball in between your legs fast. So I'm rotating the ball between my legs like so. Or I could try from the forward to the back. As you see, I can try giving myself a couple of tosses. So I'm tossing it up, catching it from forward to back. So I'm going forward, throw it up to back, forward, toss it up to the back of my leg. And you can even lift your leg up if you like to, like this. Or I could try from behind my body, under my leg and up. So under and up, I'm rotating leg, rotating underneath my legs. As you see, now I could try seeing if I can move really fast. On the same hand that I throw it, I'm going to toss it and catch it with that same hand. So this works well. If you don't have a ball, you could roll up a sock. You could have something small that you can use. It's easy to grab, all right? You can look around your house, find something that's easy to move with, easy to grab. It doesn't necessarily have to be a ball. So take a look. I'm going to toss it under, catch it with the same hand I tossed it with. So my arms behind my back, tossing and catching it. My right hand, try my left hand now. See, under my hand, under my leg, tossing it and catching it. You can even try it from forward, my leg forward, and the same arm. I'm going to catch it. So I'm going like this, forward, up, catching it, forward, up. Okay, oops, I alternated there. You guys can kind of get the idea. So what I'm trying to do is see if I can move fast, switching legs, forward, behind my legs, backward, forward. Really good. You could try and do really hard alternating dribbling through my legs. So I'm going around one leg, going around the other leg. Try to switch, alternate, zigzag, figure eight, in and out of my legs. I'm using my same little ball because it's easier for me to have control of. Although if you have a bigger bouncy ball or a ball that's easier for you to control, fantastic. All right. When it's a little more difficult, you could try as well. Is just trying to keep the ball in control, bouncing off my knees, like so, trying to keep it, pointing my toe and getting the ball back to me. All right. If I point my toe, the ball should usually come back my way. If I keep my toe up in the air like this, it usually comes back almost forceful right back towards your face. So please be careful. So I'm pointing my toe, I'm trying to keep it. Oh, that ball, get that ball in a second. So pointing, catching, pointing, catching, pointing, catching. All right. So these are a couple activities you could try with some type of object at home. If you have a bouncy ball, fantastic. You can practice getting it off a wall, through your legs, from behind. You could try a couple fast switches where I'm holding it this way, switching fast. So I'm switching the ball really fast. Now, if you have really good dribbling skills as far as dribbling with your hands, great. Also, if you have a wall that you can practice against at home or somewhere nearby, definitely try using it. So I'll try again with my little ball, and I'm trying to keep it in play like I'm playing handball with myself. I'm letting the ball bounce. I'm still getting some good couple relays where the ball is getting back to me and I'm having good control. So whatever object I'm using is getting back to my body, trying to come back, whether it's I'm using my feet or my hands. All right. So I go real fast where I'm not even holding it. I'm just trying to push the ball back as fast as I can. All right. These are a couple really fun activities you could try with an object at home, whether it's a tennis ball, a small bouncy ball, or even a bigger bouncy ball. If you don't have any of these objects, you can try using a sock against the wall and alternating back and forth, hitting it up against the wall. Or if you have two objects, you could try and see if you could crisscross them. So two objects, crisscross, crisscross. Oops, unless they hit each other. So these are a couple things you guys can try at home and have fun trying. I can't wait to hear how you guys do. Have a great time. Bye, everyone.